Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelley and this channel is called Pretty Inspired Decor. This is my 2018 Christmas series and you're about to see part 3, how we decorate a Christmas tree for our family room, and we call this family room a child's Christmas. So rather than take you have us watch how we actually decorate this tree, which would take a long time. Decorating this tree took a number of hours for my husband and for me. What we've done is we've taken pictures of every stage, and you will get to take a look at those pictures at the end of the video, and that way you'll get to see exactly what we do for every piece of this tree. So the first thing we do when we're decorating a tree is we put ribbon on the tree. So if you take a peek, you're going to see some of the ribbon deep into the tree. So that's the very first thing we put on. You'll notice that that ribbon is the same ribbon that we had or that we have in our fireplace mantle, and we actually have that ribbon in a couple of other places in this room that you'll see in another video. When that part of the tree is decorated, the next part that we do is we put on this little wooden garland. For me, a Christmas tree is not a Christmas tree unless there's some wooden garland or some sort of beads on the tree. It's really important to me. I don't know what it is about it, but I love to have little wooden beads, or on my living room tree upstairs I put little pearl beads and they're really pretty too. So that's the second thing we do. After that, we load up our tree with a whole host of ornaments. They're everything from baby's first Christmas, from when our daughters were babies. They're ornaments that the children made when they were little. They're ornaments that, they were given or that my husband and I were given. There's a number of elf ornaments on this tree, and the elf ornaments on this tree pay homage to our whole family's love of Christmas elves. And so you'll notice in the tree there's some big elf legs near the top of the tree, and that makes it look like maybe there's an elf stuck in the tree. There's some smaller elf legs down into the tree in here, and that maybe looks like little baby elves are stuck in the tree as well. When our girls were little, every morning from December 1st until December the 24th, they woke up to a little something special, either by their pillow or at the end of their bed or at the kitchen table. So, and the elves would bring them all kinds of fun and interesting things. It's such a fun tradition. I highly recommend you do that with your own children, because my girls, it's still one of the favorite thing that they remember about Christmas. And I know they are celebrating that way with their own little ones. After all of the ornaments go on the tree, and you'll see the tree looks beautiful with just the ribbon and the beads and the ornaments. But for us, that's not enough. The next thing we put on is this really pretty, and I'm going to show you a piece of it. And it's hard to see because I've got so much on this tree, but there is this gorgeous tin garland from Pier 1. And we have a number of those strands in the tree. I bought that garland years and years and years ago from Pier 1. I absolutely love it. And again, you don't see a whole lot of it, but when you are looking at the tree, so here's another piece of it right here. When you come and you take a really good close look at the tree, you see the tin stockings, you see the tin mittens, there's tin snowflakes, and it's all joined in garland, and it's so pretty. Once we're done with putting the garland on, the next thing we do is we put some of these fun and funky candles on the tree. I love Victorian Christmas trees, and although this isn't a Victorian Christmas tree, You know that Victorian Christmas trees have candles on them. So all of our trees have candles of some sort, except for the one in the dining room. That one does not, or the ones in the dining room. And I think those are fun. Those are old candles. Obviously, you can't light them because you'd have a fire. And again, I don't want to have a fire in my home. But, you know, it adds dimension to the tree, which is really, you know, one of the things that both my husband and I look at when we're decorating our Christmas trees. After the candles go on the tree, the next thing that goes on the tree is these picks. And these stick out of the tree quite a ways. See, what neither my husband nor I like when we're decorating trees, we don't want it to look like a big triangle. We want it to look like it is organic and there are things coming out of the tree so that the tree has more dimension and so that it's prettier, and that when the lights are low, and again, you can't tell here because we have obviously lights on for videoing, these just sparkle in the evening, or sparkle when we have the lights down low here, because all of the tree lights, you know, really feed off of this. We put this on. We also put this little squiggly garland. Once again, I got that squiggly garland or pick from Pier 1. Like, I think it's so much fun. There's lots of sparkle and sequins on it. So it really is the type of thing that I love to decorate with because there's lots of character to it. One of the things that I want to show you this year, because we had such fun with them, is we bought 2 of these fabulous little elves from Pier 1. These are so much fun, these little elves. We put 2 of them in the tree. My intention is to say to my little grandson, Tennyson, can you see if you can find some of the elves in the tree? Some of them have their heads sticking out. And of course, those are so much fun for children. When a child can come and take a look at a tree and have fun finding things in the tree. You know, upstairs in our bedroom, we have a pickle hanging on the tree, and I'll see if you can find the pickle hanging on the tree. But in this case, these are large enough that, you know, when you're 2 years old, he'll be able to find that. And, you know, I'll tell him stories about the elves. And I've actually got a little book for him for Christmas this year about Tennyson and the Christmas Elves. And of course, little baby Ayla, when she comes down here, neither one of them have seen this tree yet or anything down here. Their eyes are going to light up and they're going to have so much fun looking at all of this. At the top of the tree, you'll notice there's a beautiful Santa. That Santa would be, you know, well over 30 years old, probably about 32 years old. He's beautiful. He works, you know, when you consider that this room is called A Child's Christmas, that's a perfect thing to put at the top of your tree because all children have an affinity to Santa, and that is such fun. Another thing I'd like to point out on this tree is that we put pictures of, this is Tennyson last year. When he went to see Santa, he wasn't overly happy. So we put little pictures on our tree, little ornaments with pictures in them. You'll notice over here, there's another picture of our daughter and our son-in-law. So I like to put ornaments with pictures on them because it brings back the memories of how wonderful the events were that we are commemorating. We have pictures of our puppies. Over the years, we've had a whole host of little dogs, and so they all have little pictures on the tree as well, little ornaments with pictures on the tree. It's fun, and it's nice to pull them out every year and to look at them and say, "Aw, don't you remember when?" You know, and we talk about the little dogs that we've had and how lovely it is to have pictures of them on our tree. I also have on my tree these beautiful paper handmade ornaments. Now, my dad and Pam made these ornaments, and I'm going to tell you right now, they were never intended to be ornaments on a tree. They thought that we would use them as gift tags, and they've actually sent us gifts with these as gift tags. But for me, they are so beautiful, I have to display them every year. There's a whole raft of them on the tree. Some of them I tuck deep into the tree. Hopefully you can see that. they're just so pretty, and there's probably about 25 of them in this tree. I can't say how much they mean to me, mainly because they were made by my dad and by Pam, and they have a very special place in my heart. And that's why, of course, we put them on this tree. And finally, at the bottom of a tree, now this is the tree because this is the room where we open our Christmas gifts. So we have to have a tree skirt, and this tree skirt is just the best. It's actually made out of wood. You'll notice that it's tied, each of the segments is tied together by jute. And this was painted by my dad's wife, Pam. Look at the talent that woman has. Just beautiful, beautiful. Normally under our trees, we do scenes under our trees, but because this is the tree that has all of our Christmas gifts, I'd like to keep this as bare as possible until I start wrapping my gifts so that we can really enjoy that tree skirt. And of course we enjoy it after Christmas as well. It's just so, so pretty. Finally, I'm going to talk to you about my good friend Melissa, because Melissa is the reason why I joined the YouTube family. Oh my goodness, I never thought I would do this, but she is the reason. And when Melissa would come down these stairs and she would look at this Christmas tree, she was just so excited. She would point out individual ornaments and she'd say, "Where did you get this from?" And, "Oh, that's so pretty," and, "Oh, I just love this." And we would giggle and laugh, and she was always surprised that I can remember who gave what to whom, approximate years that the ornaments were either gifted or purchased. And there's a few ornaments on this tree that she and her husband Jim have given to our family. And this is the one that I want to talk to you about, because this really describes the generosity of spirit that Melissa had and the love that she has for me and for my family. So she and I would, and our husbands, we'd go to Florida, and we'd usually go in January or February. And this particular year that she just gave this to me for no reason whatsoever, she went to pick up her son Greg and her daughter-in-law Carol at the airport, and lo and behold, she walked in the door and she said, "Here, I picked this up for you." And this is a little ornament to commemorate how much fun we had that year. Just so much fun, so much fun. I just can't tell you how much fun we would have when we would travel together. So Melissa, you know that I am decorating with you in mind, and let me tell you, as we were putting these ornaments on the tree, I was hearing your voice and the way you would exclaim about a variety of our ornaments. So please make sure you watch the video until the end so you can see the picture progression of how we decorate our tree. Also, if you haven't already done so, I'm looking for subscribers. My goal is 100 by Christmas. I don't know if that's possible, but that's my goal. So click subscribe, then click the notification bell. There's a little bell. If you don't click the notification bell, you won't know when my next video is coming up. When you're done that, I hope you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and please leave me a comment, because I do like reading your comments and I do like responding to your comments, because that's kind of fun for me. Until we chat again next time in the next video, I think I'm going to be making a Christmas lantern, so stay tuned. Bye-bye.